Ready to venture into the world's most dangerous neighborhoods? These places are home to people fighting for survival, where every street corner holds a story of hardship and resilience. Join us as we explore the shadows, only on Fledgling Eagle. Let me know if you need any adjustments. Colombia, Ciudad Bolívar. Our journey begins in Ciudad Bolívar, one of Bogotá's largest and most impoverished slums, perched on the southern hills of the city. With over 700,000 residents, it feels more like a small city within a city. Many of its inhabitants have fled the violence and poverty of rural Colombia, hoping for a better life. However, the reality here is harsh. Makeshift homes made from wood, metal sheets, and cement blocks are common, while access to basic services like clean water, electricity, and sanitation is often unreliable or scarce. Yet, Ciudad Bolívar is more than just a symbol of poverty. It's a community where people have come together to form strong bonds. Amid the challenges, a sense of solidarity and hope remains as residents support one another, striving for a better future. The resilience of the people in Ciudad Bolívar is a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit, even in the toughest circumstances. Hey, where are you watching this video from? I'd love to know which city you're in. Drop a comment so we don't feel so alone. A small gesture like this will inspire us to keep creating more videos. Thank you, and much love to you. Japan, Kamagasaki. Nestled in the heart of Osaka, Kamagasaki stands as one of Japan's most impoverished and overlooked neighborhoods. Over time, it has become a refuge for individuals who have fallen through society's cracks, those seeking to escape troubled pasts, and in some cases, erase their very identities. For many, Kamagasaki offers a chance to disconnect from previous lives marred by hardship and stigma. The majority of the residents hold low-paying, demanding jobs, enduring difficult, often exploitative working conditions just to make ends meet. But the challenges in Kamagasaki go far beyond poverty. Many of its residents live in constant alienation, rejected by the wider society. For some, the pain of this isolation is so profound that they even change their names to reinvent themselves, trying to escape the weight of their pasts. Sadly, with little meaningful government intervention, the neighborhood remains largely neglected, and living conditions have barely improved over the years. The streets of Kamagasaki are a powerful testament to alienation, lost identities, and an ongoing fight for survival, while residents endure a painful sense of invisibility in the eyes of the wider world. All right, if you're new to this channel, Fledgling Eagle warmly welcomes you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content. United States, Skid Row. In the heart of Los Angeles, one of the wealthiest cities in the United States, lies Skid Row, an infamous neighborhood that starkly represents the nation's homelessness crisis. Home to an estimated 8,000 to 10,000 residents, Skid Row has become a desperate refuge for those struggling to survive without even the most basic necessities. This area sharply contrasts with the surrounding affluent neighborhoods, laying bare the deep economic inequalities that persist across the country. Living conditions in Skid Row are appalling. Many residents make do with tents or makeshift shelters, often lacking access to basic resources such as clean drinking water, healthcare, and sanitation. Violence, drug addiction, and rampant disease have become part of daily life for those who call this place home. For many, hope seems like a distant memory, as the obstacles they face appear insurmountable. In a city built on wealth and excess, the people of Skid Row have been abandoned, forced to fight a daily battle for survival in what often feels more like a forgotten wasteland than a community. Skid Row stands as a stark reminder of the growing divide between the rich and the poor in America, highlighting the painful consequences of a system that leaves so many behind. Vietnam, Hanoi, and Saigon. Despite the impressive economic progress Vietnam has made in recent years, poverty remains a persistent challenge, particularly in the country's two largest cities, Hanoi and Saigon. The rapid urbanization and industrialization that have driven Vietnam's economic growth have unfortunately left many behind, especially those living in the sprawling slums of these urban centers. In Hanoi, the most impoverished residents live in overcrowded, decaying buildings, where many are forced to build makeshift shelters to escape the stifling summer heat. These poorly ventilated structures turn the already high temperatures into unbearable living conditions. Meanwhile, in Saigon, the situation is similarly grim, with many people living near polluted canals, where severe water contamination presents an ongoing health risk. The surrounding infrastructure is inadequate, and basic sanitation services are severely lacking. In both cities, the slums are plagued by disease, poor hygiene, and a critical lack of resources, making survival a daily struggle for many residents. The stark contrast between Vietnam's booming economy and the enduring poverty in these urban slums highlights the deep social inequalities that persist. While the nation experiences rapid economic development, the poorest citizens are left on the margins, forced to survive in conditions that are often ignored by the broader economic progress. This disparity serves as a sobering reminder of the challenges that remain as Vietnam continues to grow, emphasizing the hardships faced by those left behind in the rush for modernization. Brazil, the favela. Brazil is known worldwide for its vibrant culture, beautiful beaches, and the infectious rhythms of samba. Yet beneath this dazzling exterior lies a harsh and often overlooked reality: the favelas. These informal settlements, scattered across urban areas of Brazil, house millions of people living in overcrowded, unsanitary conditions. For many, everyday life is a struggle for survival, without access to basic necessities such as clean water, reliable electricity, and proper sanitation. The favelas are frequently built on the steep hillsides surrounding Brazil's cities, where homes are constructed using inexpensive materials like cardboard, wood, and metal. These makeshift structures are extremely vulnerable to natural disasters, particularly during the rainy season when landslides can devastate entire communities. The lack of infrastructure, combined with high crime rates and the dominance of drug gangs, makes life in the favelas even more perilous. While the government has attempted to address the severe poverty in these neighborhoods, its efforts have often been short-term and ineffective. Peace agreements with criminal organizations, typically enacted during international events like the World Cup or the Olympics, have failed to provide lasting solutions. Despite these overwhelming challenges, the residents of the favelas have shown incredible resilience. In neighborhoods like Santa Marta, grassroots initiatives have made tangible progress in improving living conditions, and the area has even become a popular tourist destination. In the face of adversity, the people of the favelas continue to fight for a better life, drawing strength from their sense of community and an unyielding hope for a brighter future. Their determination to rise above their circumstances is a testament to the power of resilience and solidarity in the face of systemic poverty and hardship. Philippines, Manila's slums. The slums of Manila, Philippines, stand as a stark testament to the depths of extreme poverty, where countless individuals and families struggle to survive with little more than their resilience and resourcefulness. In these densely packed communities, homes are often nothing more than makeshift shacks, built precariously close to sewage systems and hazardous waste. Families live in cramped, single-room dwellings where they eat, sleep, and carry out daily activities in squalid conditions that defy basic standards of sanitation. The absence or severe inadequacy of sanitation services leaves residents exposed to health risks, disease outbreaks, and a constant fight against the elements. In this unforgiving environment, survival requires creativity. Scavenging for food becomes a way of life for many residents, who search through garbage bins or collect discarded food from restaurants and street vendors. After cleaning and preparing these scraps, They feed their families with whatever they can salvage, despite the risks of contamination. While this practice is born out of necessity, it highlights the extremes to which these communities must go in order to survive. Yet despite these grim conditions, there exists an unshakable sense of community. People in Manila's slums support one another, offering help where they can, and creating bonds of solidarity that help them endure daily hardships. It is in these relationships that hope and strength are nurtured, as they fight not just for survival, but for a chance at a better future. In a place where the odds seem insurmountable, the resilience of the people remains a powerful reminder of the human spirit's ability to endure, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. India Dharavi. Just a few kilometers away from the sprawling mansions of Mumbai's wealthy elite lies Dharavi, one of the largest and most infamous slums in India. Home to over 1 million residents, this densely populated area faces extreme poverty, despite its close proximity to affluence. Many of Dharavi's inhabitants work in low-wage, unskilled jobs, often in cramped conditions with minimal resources and inadequate tools. Access to basic services like clean water, electricity, and proper sanitation remains a distant dream for a significant portion of the population. The streets of Dharavi tell a grim story, often littered with trash, with narrow alleys that double as homes for entire families. The lack of adequate infrastructure is stark, with poor waste management systems, makeshift shelters, and the constant struggle for essential resources. Yet, amid these seemingly insurmountable challenges, Dharavi has become a beacon of resilience and community spirit. In the 1980s, the Orangi Pilot Project, a grassroots initiative, was introduced as a response to the sanitation crisis. This project succeeded in constructing thousands of toilets and sewage lines, improving living conditions for many. Despite such efforts, Dharavi still faces a chronic lack of long-term government intervention, and its residents continue to deal with pressing challenges. Yet the spirit of resilience in Dharavi is undeniable. Many residents have turned to entrepreneurship, establishing small businesses that range from recycling and textiles to pottery and food production. These businesses not only help sustain the local economy, but also provide jobs and create a sense of pride within the community. In Dharavi, hardship is a daily reality, but so is the determination to survive, innovate, and build a better future. The collective sense of solidarity and self-reliance among its people highlights the incredible strength and adaptability of the human spirit in the face of extreme adversity. Despite the many challenges, Dharavi remains a testament to the enduring will to thrive, transform, and create something meaningful amidst the harshest of conditions. Kenya Kibera. Kibera, located in Nairobi, Kenya, stands as one of Africa's largest and most densely populated slums, with an estimated population exceeding 1 million people. The area is notorious for its cramped, winding streets, which are often clogged with trash, human waste, and stagnant water. Clean water is a rare and precious resource, and sanitation services are virtually non-existent. This lack of basic infrastructure has created an environment where diseases such as cholera and malaria spread rapidly, leaving the public health situation in dire straits. The majority of Kibera's residents live on less than $1 a day, struggling to meet their most fundamental needs like food, shelter, and clothing. Despite the overwhelming poverty and unsanitary living conditions, Kibera's residents exhibit remarkable resilience and ingenuity. Many children, despite the hardships, harbor dreams of becoming ballet dancers or performing on international stages, aspirations that seem worlds apart from their grim surroundings. This sense of ambition and hope is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit, showing that even in the most challenging conditions, dreams can still flourish. The sense of solidarity within the community is palpable. Neighbors band together, supporting each other through thick and thin, while local initiatives aimed at improving the environment and living conditions are common. Despite the systemic neglect and absence of meaningful government intervention, Kibera's residents continue to persevere, driven by the belief that they can create a better future for themselves and their families. What sets Kibera apart is its people. They are not defined by the poverty that surrounds them. They are survivors, fighters, and dreamers. The community's resilience shines through in the face of adversity, as they continue to inspire others with their unwavering determination to rise above their circumstances. Kibera, despite its harsh realities, remains a beacon of hope, showing the world that the human spirit, when united, can endure even the toughest of challenges. Egypt, Manshiat Nasser, the city of garbage. Manshiat Nasser, often referred to as the City of Garbage, is a sprawling slum in Cairo, Egypt, home to around 60,000 residents who live amidst towering heaps of waste. The people who call this place home, known as the Zabaleen, have played an integral role in the city's waste management system for decades. They collect, sort, and recycle the garbage that accumulates in the streets, turning it into valuable materials for reuse. The streets of Manshiat Nasser are filled with mounds of plastic, glass, metal, and organic waste, all of which the Zabaleen meticulously separate and process. Their efforts are astounding, recycling 80 to 90% of Cairo's waste, a feat that surpasses the efficiency of waste management systems in many developed nations. Despite their essential role in the city's infrastructure, the residents of Manshiat Nasser live in extreme poverty. Their homes are often without basic services like running water, electricity, or sanitation, and the area suffers from poor infrastructure. Despite this, the Zabaleen have created a remarkable sense of community. In this slum, they have built schools, health centers, and churches to meet the needs of their families, providing support in an otherwise harsh environment. The resilience and unity of the Zabaleen stand as a testament to their determination to improve their lives and their community. Though they live in difficult and hazardous conditions, the people of Manshiat Nasser show that even in the most challenging circumstances, hope, resourcefulness, and solidarity can drive efforts to create a better future. The city of garbage may represent poverty and neglect, but it is also a place where the human spirit remains vibrant, showing the world that in the face of adversity, people can not only survive but thrive. South Korea Wongslam. Wongslam, a slum near Seoul, South Korea, emerged in the 1980s amid economic hardship and government-driven demolition projects. As South Korea struggled with financial instability, many people were displaced and forced to settle in this area, which has since become home to some of the country's most marginalized individuals. The homes in Wongslam are often makeshift and crumbling, with residents living in dilapidated shacks that are difficult to enter due to their poor condition. The area is highly vulnerable to natural disasters such as landslides and flooding, which only compound the already dire living conditions. Basic infrastructure is nearly non-existent. Clean water, sewage systems, and reliable electricity are scarce, and residents must make do without the services available to wealthier areas of the city. The streets of Wongslam are cluttered with trash, and the air is thick with the smell of waste and decay. Shared toilets are overrun with rats and cockroaches, while the electrical systems are so poorly maintained that they often lead to accidents. Despite these dire circumstances, the people of Wongslam are determined to survive. Their daily lives are defined by hardship, but their sense of community and shared experiences offer a source of strength. They find resilience in one another, holding on to hope despite the overwhelming challenges they face. Life in Wongslam may be a constant struggle, but the residents' ability to endure and adapt in the face of adversity is a testament to their indomitable spirit. Pakistan Orangey Town. Orangey Town, located in Karachi, Pakistan, is one of the largest informal settlements in Asia, home to an estimated 2.4 million people. The slum is characterized by extreme overcrowding, poor living conditions, and a lack of basic infrastructure. Access to clean water, sanitation, and other essential services remains limited, leaving residents to contend with the daily struggles of poverty and deprivation. For many, the battle for survival is relentless as opportunities for improvement are scarce. Yet, Orangey Town also tells a powerful story of community-driven transformation. In the 1980s, the Orangey Pilot Project, OPP, was launched to address the slum's severe sanitation crisis. With little to no support from the government, the residents took matters into their own hands. They organized themselves to construct thousands of toilets and install sewage lines, significantly improving public health and sanitation in the area. This grassroots initiative not only tackled immediate health threats but also empowered the community, strengthening their sense of self-reliance and solidarity. Today, Orangey Town stands as a testament to resilience and innovation, demonstrating the potential for collective action in the face of systemic neglect. While the community still faces numerous challenges, the people of Orangey Town remain committed to improving their living conditions and fighting for a brighter future. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that even in the most difficult circumstances, the determination and unity of a community can spark meaningful change. These slums, though among the harshest places on Earth, showcase incredible human resilience, solidarity, and ingenuity. Despite overwhelming poverty, violence, and lack of resources, the people in these communities continue to fight for a better life. They create their own solutions, build support networks, and innovate to survive, proving the unbreakable strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity.